David, brother, thank you for taking the time to come by the studio.
Thank you, brother Dana, for having me again.
Always, always. So,
What's the topic today?
So I talk about business on this channel.
Yeah,
right?
we can be candid too, because this is a podcast.
You say whatever the fuck you want.
You can say whatever the fuck you want.
So we talk about business, and a lot of it is sort of like the side hustle, small business for people who are on the come up or trying to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And as an actor, you are your own business.
Yeah.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you're the one out there pimping yourself, whoring yourself.
Yep, whatever it takes.
And you manage yourself. You don't have a manager. You don't have a publicist.
I don't have a manager. I don't have a publicist.
You don't have a social media team.
This is not the West. This is Thailand.
Yeah.
It's a whole different ballgame. You don't have to concern yourself with all of that. You know?
But this is funny because I know a lot of... We actually met on a movie set.
We did.
We were both in the direct-to-Pirate Bay.
That's when we fell in love.
Yeah. The direct-to-Pirate Bay sequel to the Jean-Claude Van Damme, John Woo classic Hard Target.
Right.
Yeah. We filmed in a badminton court in a university.
There you go.
That tells you the budget we were working with.
Yeah, and they turned into like a fighting stage.
Yeah. And, you were, the announcer, right?
I'm the announcer, yes.
You know I was supposed to be the referee in that movie?
You told me that.
Yeah, and then I got
because
there.
You're bigger.
And those guys are supposed to be like middleweights or something.
Right.
And the director...
You made them look like they're ants.
Yeah, they're tiny. At one point, when Jib and I watched that one scene together, we tried to watch the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, that scene was at the beginning.
That says it all, man. Like that right there says it all.
There's a scene where I pick up the dude, the main actor. His name is
Scott Atkins.
I pick him up with one arm.
Yeah.
And Jib is like, "Yeah, you probably shouldn't have done that. He looked kind of small."
Yeah, Scott Atkins has come a long way. You know,
he was actually
like,
a nice dude to work with.
He was a straight to DVD guy. Now he's involved in Ip Man 4. You know,
he was in Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I did not notice him.
Yeah, he didn't speak, but he was one of the main bad guys.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
He was good.
Yeah. He's always good. He's always good.
But he was for me at least. I worked with him all day because I was his corner man. He was a nice guy.
If you say so. I don't have a direct personal experience with him, so I can't say.
Not as nice as our boy Byron there.
I can't say good or bad. You know, like Byron's okay. Yeah.
Byron helped me out a lot.
Byron's okay. Yeah.
He's like, "Don't look right at the camera.
Yeah.
Don't do this."
Nice.
He was helping me out.
He's giving you like the hot tips.
He's like, "Yeah, don't stand in that
in more
angle.
ways than one, baby.
In more ways than one." Gave me the hot tip. But yeah, so you are your own business. Though.
I am my own business. If you can call it that.
Business.
If you can call it a business, yeah, sure, why not?
And celebrity culture is huge here in Asia. People love celebrity culture. You don't.
I don't give a shit. Yeah.
Which is funny because if anyone could really capitalize on it long term, it would be you, but you don't want any part of that.
I don't care. Yeah.
But I'm sure you get offers all the time like, "Hey, go and talk about this great skin whitening." And you're like, "Yeah, I'm white." Like, no.
No, not as much as you think, because I don't look Asian. I don't look Asian. So, the market here is Asian, and the look, the quote unquote look that they love right now is the Korean look. So you got like the crazy, what's the perfect word that sums up the Korean look?
Plastic sex robot.
It's plastic. Yeah. My God, you summed it up. Fuck, you're amazing. God,
man.
Knuckle up. Yeah. So we just gave each other a fist bump right now.
We got the video going here too.
Oh, why do I keep looking at you? I should have been looking at that thing. Okay. Oh, wow. This changes everything, by
Switched
the way.
it right on. Switched it right on.
Boom, here we are. Okay.
Hey.
Pat, make it rain.
That's a little inside joke.
From 3 years ago.
4 years ago, right?
Shit, why not, man? I'm getting older, so my memories are fading.
So that was the first Christmas we ever spent together.
As romantic and sexy as that may sound.
Our families.
Yeah,
with
our families.
John, who's in the U.S. now.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
we love John.
Yeah, he's cool shit.
Yeah, he's amazing.
I remember the first time we all hung out.
Do you really want to talk about this on camera?
Maybe not. That's a great story.
It is a great story.
But not for this podcast.
Yeah, it involves Dana taking off his shirt. So
and some Lacun boy crying.
Yeah.
But back to business.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about how you manage all those aspects, because you're the one out there, like you said, this is not the US, right?
No.
And even though for people in the US who don't know David, go check out the Thai movie Countdown. It's actually, most of it's in English.
Yeah.
David is, and he'll hate that I say this, but David is one of the biggest actors in Thailand. God. As far as like, especially when we talk about skill, like if you talk about like I jokingly in another podcast we did called David the Daniel Day-Lewis of Thailand, but he really is this sort of method actor, this who really embodies stuff.
This fucking guy, huh? This fucking guy, huh?
Okay, thank you, Robert De Niro. Thank you. But David, you know, you do have to run this as your own business. You negotiate your own deals.
Yeah, I do.
You work with the studios directly.
I do.
And I know a lot of Americans, especially who come over here and they hire agents in Thailand and they try to get work. And I'm like, look, and occasionally I'll do some acting work, but I'm like, dude, if you have an agent and you're at the same TV commercial that I'm in and we're making the same money, why do you have an agent? You know, but you do that on a scale. Like I'm talking about, like I'm a fat dude in a TV commercial. You're, you know, the number one support guy. You're the lead actor in this movie. You know, and you're all these, and you're in like 30 TV shows a year. You know, so.
I wish.
But you know, you negotiate that all yourself. So how do you balance the craft side of your art and then the business of like, hey, this is what I need to make?
Well, the craft side has already been worked on. First of all, so
but you still have to balance it too.
Of course. But I'm saying like most of the work is done during your training, and then but you know my teachers always said, you know, there's never like you never ever stop training as an actor. You know, you're always going to discover new things, and because you're getting like time doesn't stop, and you don't stop aging. So different parts of life that you get to, you're gonna become somebody else. You're gonna, you know, I believe that spiritually you die and you're reborn like once every 6 months or every year at least. You know what I mean? For some people,
lay off the drugs, bro.
Yeah. For some people, it takes longer, like every 5 years or every decade.
Yeah.
You know, you will realize that 10 years ago, you're no longer the person that you were
for
today.
sure.
So, you know, and for acting, it's the same because you're constantly, you know, you have to use your imagination. You're constantly playing with your emotions. Your level of understanding about life and your experiences is different. And the way you interpret your experiences is different as well as you get older. So you're constantly being challenged with new facets. If I could put it that way in life. And so so it's you're constantly growing, you're constantly changing, you're constantly adapting, and you're constantly evolving.
And how do you rectify the value for that when you talk to the studios?
You can't, because no one gives a shit about that over here. So, you know, that's fact number one.
Well, it's funny because in an industry, Thailand's media is an industry that loves youth.
Yeah.
Right. And in a country,
like in most places,
Yeah, but I mean, there's no Robert De Niro of Thailand. There's no Julia Roberts of Thailand.
No.
Especially Julia Roberts. I feel bad for actresses.
Yeah.
Female actors that are, you know, very talented and skillful, and like, hey, you're 26, you want to be the grandma on this TV show. In a country that chews you up, spits you out when you're like 25, 26 years old. Guys can probably get around 30.
Yeah.
How have you stayed relevant, and how have you stayed valuable at 44? Which is like 80 in Thai acting years.
As a comparing like dog years to human years,
right?
You know?
Thai acting
years and Hollywood acting years, like not the same. We age a lot faster. Ironically, we age a lot faster in this business. But yeah, I think it's the roles that I'm given.
Yeah.
I don't play leads. I don't play like the beautiful androgynous male lead. You know what I mean? Like,
I like how you threw androgynous in there. Well, that's very true.
But the thing is, the word androgynous is such a positive word. It means that you're in touch with both the female and the male aspect of your soul.
But the way Thais like their male leads to look,
is like they're borderline homosexual.
Yeah.
You know, so. You don't get like the big burly type, you know, like the strapping kind. You don't.
There are very few masculine men in Bangkok in general.
Right. Right. It's the Asian gene, man. You know, that's what it is. I'm
culture.
part Asian, so you can't really hold that against
But
me.
it's
I'm allowed
also-
to say whatever the fuck I want.
It's also cultural, right? Because
Yeah.
they don't in the West. We appreciate masculinity to a certain, or we used to a certain extent,
Yeah.
and now the way we see it in Asia,
Yeah.
masculinity.
Some people enjoy it a little too much, appreciate it a little too much, but yeah.
But in the West, in the East here, especially in Bangkok in the city, masculinity isn't looked at as positively. Now you go to the north of Thailand, you go to Isan, you go to southern Thailand, masculinity where there's much more labor. Masculinity shows up more there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But in Bangkok, you see a dude wearing makeup.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
skinny
you do.
jeans.
Yeah, and he's
and
not
a
even
sequin shirt.
Yeah, but he's not even gay.
And
like,
no, he's not.
He's straight.
That's a man's man in Bangkok.
Yeah, it's the whole concept of metrosexuality taken over because the values of like the way teenage girls perceive like their dream man.
Yeah.
They look to K-pop, and if you look at K-pop, and I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me, what I think about K-pop. It's like prepubescent boys, man, dancing and doing the whole
It makes billions though.
Yeah, I mean that's the trade-off. That's great. If you're into that, if all you're thinking about money, that's awesome. That's amazing. I'm not knocking anybody's taste.
I'm just saying it's also not for me.
I
don't listen to K-pop.
Right, me neither.
But and I'm not their demographic, so I don't think they're upset by that.
No. I'm not. I'm just saying like that. I'm giving you the facts.
Yeah.
I'm not upset or elated by that fact. I'm like, it's just. It is what it is.
You think
know?
the fact that you've been able to kind of survive, not just survive, but thrive in an industry that
I can't. Okay, so going back to we're completely just going off course here, but to answer your question, I am 3/4 French and 1/4 Thai, and the product of my parents.
Your dad was the one who's half Thai, right?
My dad's half French, half Thai. My mom's French, and the product of my parents' marriage is me looking like a Middle Eastern terrorist. So,
so you play this. This is actually an American actor. He's like, I think he's from like Europe or he's Mexican. And he plays Middle Eastern terrorists. In every movie.
It happens. Like these are the features I'm born with. So, what happened was because I did Countdown.
Yeah.
And it became popular, and people, I kind of put my mark on the Thai industry through that role. I'm now associated with like a badass or like the ultimate evil guy.
You play a great bad guy.
Thank you. In real life, I'm not.
It's Jesus, motherfucker.
Goddamn right. So it's because of that. Like I made my mark with that, and obviously I'm never gonna play that prepubescent, androgynous male lead
with eyeliner.
With eyeliner and no facial hairs and probably no armpit hairs either.
No body hair.
2 pubes, probably.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Little happy trail on the belly.
Right, exactly. Oh shit. We're really letting loose, man. Are you sure this isn't going to come back and bite us in the ass?
It probably will.
Okay, well, that's the risk I'm willing to take because we're having so much fun. It's all about having fun, isn't it? And at this age, come on, in our 40s.
We're old enough to have a little fun.
Yeah. Aside like the whores and the coke and
that's 30s fun. We're 40s fun now.
I thought that was like 20s fun. What are you talking about, man?
40s fun is chamomile tea and a little bourbon in there. I can't really be drinking caffeine after 6, David.
I get the jitters, man. I get the jitters.
I'll be up all night editing podcasts.
So the like how I've stayed relevant is that because I play like a that token bad guy, and I go full in, man.
Yeah.
I go full in. Like no pun intended, but I go full in.
You go balls deep.
Yeah. Figuratively speaking.
And literally.
And sometimes.
Sometimes.
So that's what it is, and I think that the studios and the production companies and the channels or whatever they appreciate that, and whenever they can't find a person who could play that part, then they contact me.
Yeah.
But the way it works in Thailand is it's very mafia-like. You know, it's all very nothing's based on, oh, he's good, let's get him. Oh, he's very talented, or she's amazing, or it's through studio. It's studio power. Like when I say studio, I mean like channel. The biggest actors who are famous in Thailand, they all come from TV actors, like soap opera, like Thai soaps or Thai Lacorns or Thai series.
There's no real Thai movie star, so to speak.
No, not anymore. There used to be. Not
because
anymore.
It's about TV now.
Yeah, it's all TV. And the reason why TV is a bigger thing is because it's free, although nothing in life is really free. You know,
Thai movies suck anyway.
Yeah,
for the most part.
They didn't before.
Like Countdown is probably the last. So the first Thai movie I ever went to see was filmed in front of Terminal 21. In like it felt like Terminal 21 was like a product placement because like the opening scenes at Terminal 21, the love scenes, the dinner date is in the food court at Terminal 21. And it was like my first year here. I was like a first year PhD student. I fell asleep during the movie. And I woke up and my friend who I went to see the movie with was crying. Like, what's wrong with you? Such a sad love story. Like, oh, I'm going back to the dorm. Yeah. You know, but I mean, and it was a bad movie. I mean, it's just the acting was stiff. Yeah. It was robotic. Yeah. And then I saw Countdown years later and I was like, wow, this is like, and I thought that movie was filmed in New York. That's how good the set design was. Yeah. And the acting, I mean, everyone in that movie did really well. Yeah. And when that girl was crying in the bathtub, I believe she was going to die. Like, I believe she believed she was going to die. And when you're in there with the, you know, you're rolling the joints with them and like even the camera spinning around, in a lot of movies that would be kind of cheesy. And the way they did it was, it felt organic and it felt like you felt that high, right? The filmmaker did a great job. The actors did a great job. I was like, wow, this is what Thai movies I think should be. I mean, what they could be. And then, you know, the next week another Thai movie comes out and it's like, at Central World. Yeah. You know, and like, wow. Yeah. So how many Thai movies are going to make about shopping malls? Yeah. You know, where's the Paragon movie? Where's the Icon Siam movie? Yeah. You know, so there's a quality issue there, but it also seems like because the biggest stars come from TV, it's also an issue of quantity over quality.
Yeah, absolutely. So what happens is, like I was mentioning, it's a very mafia type of business. Everyone's going to say, well, of course it's like that everywhere, but it's just so blatant over here. It's so obvious. Basically what happens is, let's say you're channel, 900, because I don't want to offend. Yeah. Channel 900, the way it works is I'm the owner of channel 900. What I do is I go out and I scout out all of these young, good looking, pretty actors, or the ones that have a certain appeal to the Thai market. And I reel them in. I get them to sign with me for at least 5 years.
So you own them.
So you own them. That's basically what it is. And
here's your free lunch.
Exactly.
Go do 600 episodes.
And then, obviously children, they're naive. They don't know better. They don't know the system. They don't know the industry. They get all wide-eyed. They're like, oh my God, this is going to be great. I'm going to be a star. And I'm going to be like this guy and that person and that girl and that superstar, whatever. They come in. So they're under contract. What's going to happen. The channel, they have to put their people, the people that they signed with, into the shows, as many shows as possible. So you have like the head, which is channel 900, and then you have production companies working under channel 900. So these production companies also have friends, cousins, dads, moms, granddaughters, and connected to this, and who it's exactly. And what they do is they just get their guys, get the people they know, and they just shove them into the show. Oh, you look good enough for this role, just play that guy. Oh, you look good enough for this role, just play that woman, or you play the aunt, or you play. So everything is done heavily through connections. Now, being done through connections is one thing. If the actors are trained, they are experienced,
but they're not.
They're good, but usually they're not.
So I was second year PhD at a university here in Thailand, which I won't name because
you don't want to offend.
I do want to offend, but I'm going to be sensible.
Right. I want to offend all the time, but I have to be sensible all the time.
I need to eat. No, and so I remember one of the girls that I was friends with. She was an undergrad, and very attractive girl, not a good actress at all. And she got signed to one of these deals with a show, with not a show, with a channel, in like her junior year of studying whatever, linguistics or something.
Yeah.
She wasn't even an acting major. She was a very attractive girl. We leave for break, so it's like her third year, right? She comes back first semester, in like summer break here is like a month or two, and comes back to school, and over the break she had a nose job, an eye job, a boob job, and she had her skin light in like 3 tones.
Oh God.
So, and now she had blonde hair.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Right? So within like a 3-month span, she had like $30,000 US worth of plastic surgery.
Like a total makeover.
But it's like $1 million baht. Yeah, but like she went from like a very fit, very petite body. And like she was I want to say she played volleyball or something like that. She was in very good shape. Or badminton. She played badminton. And she was in very good shape. And now all of a sudden she's got like D cups, which are like way too big for her body. Ugh. She's got a nose that's about the size of mine, which doesn't fit her face at all. And like her eyes, she had something weird done to her eyes. I don't know how to explain what it is.
It's the slits, because they want to have the like, deep eye sockets. It's Western looking. Yeah. Like what you and I have. Yeah. They're like deep eye sockets. It
doesn't make sense to me because it doesn't fit the Asian face.
Right, exactly.
And then I think she had her chin like, I don't know, shaved.
Sharpened. So it looks more pointy.
Yeah.
So you get the V-shaped thing going.
She kind of looked like an anime character.
It looks like a fucking freak. That's what it makes her look like.
I didn't recognize her when I first saw her. I was like, and she's like, oh yeah, the channel paid for all of this so that I can be on a show next year.
It's so sad, man.
I was like, well, why didn't they pay for acting classes?
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. Like, they're more concerned about the sex appeal, and sex sells, you know, in a very undertone kind of way. They don't say sex sells. We're selling whores on TV. We're selling, you know, studs on TV. They don't say that, but in an undertone kind of way, it's like they're trying to push it to people. And
one of the dark secrets of the industry as well,
understandably,
is a lot of the actresses and actors, when they can't act anymore at 26 years old or thereabouts, end up working at these types of clubs where you can pay to engage them for services.
I don't know. I think it happened younger. It happened to them when they were younger.
Well, a lot of them, some of them do it while they're still on contract. But like for guys, most guys can make it to 26 as an actor, right? Before they're too old.
30 sometimes.
But most women, 25 is their upper ceiling. It doesn't matter if you're the best actress in Thailand or not. It's very rare that you have a career past that.
It's very rare. Like, I know a couple of really famous actresses right now. They're in their early 30s, but the clock starts to tick. Like, who's now, you know,
the girl who was in Umbach, actually, that you know,
Air?
Is that her name? She came to. She was at.
She's 38.
The first time I met her was at the barbecue, right?
Yeah. She's 38.
She came to a fabric class that Jib and I went to as well.
Yeah.
And she had like a shaved head.
Yeah, because she did some monk things. She went to monkhood for like.
But I think Jib was telling me she's like almost 40.
Yeah.
But she looks like she could be 20. Like if she was in the West,
I know.
Like she would get like you can't come into this club. I'm sorry.
Yeah. She looks young.
And then Jib was like, no, she was the girl in Umbach.
Yeah.
Like, that's not the girl from Umbach.
Yeah.
The girl in Umbach was like already like in her 20s.
Yeah.
And, like a badass. And that movie was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And Jib's like, no, that's her. And I like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, but is she still acting or no?
Rarely, because she's not signed on. Like I told you, the way the system works, she's not signed. She's not under contract. So she's out.
And like you said, she's 38.
She's 38.
So she's like a grandma in Thai acting.
Yeah, she's like great grandmother.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sadly.
And she's gorgeous.
She's very cute.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, like you saw her.
She's a good looking woman.
Very attractive.
And very young looking.
Yeah. And if you watch Umbach, she was really good in Umbach.
Yeah.
So she's a talented actress.
Yeah. But because she's not under contract and because her age has reached that limit in our society, she's ejected.
She would be like the sad Julia Roberts of Thailand.
She would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. or Meryl Streep, whatever. How long, however long she lasts.
She's into craft stuff now, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we met. I think we were doing an Indian style fabric stamping class, and she was one of the participants.
Yeah, she's very good. We were just in a show together.
Really?
Yeah, it's a remake of the Japanese.
Oh, the Line Show,
the Line Show on Line TV. Yeah. So we did that show together. She was great.
Ply was the producer on that. That guy Ply. Now he works for One Championship.
Yes. His mother's company, JSL,
his stepdad's company or something, right?
Oh, I don't know the details.
Maybe something like that. But
his sister oversaw the production.
Yeah, Ply's actually a really cool guy.
Yeah.
Even though he works for One Championship, who probably has a hit out on me.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But Ply's an awesome guy.
We can talk about that later.
If I'm alive.
Yeah. So basically, you have like a pool of these young kids under contract.
Yeah.
And then the production companies working for Channel 900, they have their own people that they put in. And then, like once the main roles that they can fill in as much as possible are done, then it's the few roles left. And that's like, those are the roles that are given to me. So I'm like the last person down the line to be chosen for anything.
But you get chosen for a lot of stuff.
I do, but that's because they can't find it's like, this is a very intense role.
Intense, crazy.
Bad
guy.
We can't really find anyone who can do it convincingly.
In Thai.
So we're going to have to, get David.
Yeah.
We're
going to have to.
It's like we're going to have to. I'm not even gassing myself up. Like, I'm not flattering myself. We're just going to have to go with him, because I'm a freelance. And freelance actors have a pretty tough time, man. Like, it's because it's so unpredictable. You don't know if you're gonna, like, I was doing really well in 2018. Like, that was like the highlight of my career. And I just started acting full time since 2013.
Since Countdown.
Countdown came out at the end of 2012, and 2013 is when I started just getting like a bombardment of jobs. And I haven't stopped since until last year, 2019. Boom, nothing.
I know. I'll hit you up a lot of times. You're like, oh, I'm on set. Or you're like, hey, I got to fly to this place to film. And or you're like, yeah, I'm waiting to film. A lot of times it's like, I'm waiting to film and I'm playing this game.
Yeah, I'm on set, or something. But 2019.
In your car, parked in a parking lot.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't want to deal with people. So like that's the way it is over here. It's not like, oh, you're good, you're amazing.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, even if you're like Daniel Day-Lewis, would be like the last pick, because connection comes before anything else.
Daniel Day-Lewis is like one of those guys because he's British, right?
He's Irish.
Yeah. And
same thing.
But he plays.
I don't mean same thing as in English.
Not after
I'm talking like the British, the British Empire.
Not after Brexit.
I don't want. I don't want people to. I don't want Irish people to be like, no, it's not the same thing. It's like, no, it's not the same thing.
But it doesn't want to offend anyone. Okay.
It's part of the what you call the Commonwealth. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
not after Brexit.
Not after Brexit. You keep saying that.
But
not after Brexit.
But like a Tom Cruise, right? Yeah. He's done all his movies with the same studio.
Not after Brexit. Yeah.
Not after Brexit. But like big Hollywood stars like that, they usually have a relationship with a studio, like Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Right? And he's done everything.
But that's Hollywood. That's the West, man.
Yeah, so but the TV side is similar here. Like if you're signed to Channel 900, right, you're gonna do all the shows that you do with Channel 900.
Because you can't go to Channel 9. You can't go to Channel 800. You can't go to Channel. Basically,
if you went
they
to Channel
lock
800,
you in. They'll sue you.
You'll never work again.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a way which is, you nailed it right on the head when you said basically they own you. Once you sign, you can't go anywhere else. If I'm a signed actor with Channel 900, if I want to do a movie, I'll have to ask for their permission.
Yeah.
And Channel 900 will be like, they will be the decider whether you get to do it or not.
And they're going to take a piece.
And they will take a piece.
A big piece.
Yep. And it's just
your soul.
It's extortion. It's legal extortion. It is legal slavery. It is modern day slavery. It is absolutely vile and disgusting. And the whole system is run like the way Hollywood was, studio system, like back in the day. Like Gene Kelly had to be signed onto whoever. You belong to a studio. 70 years ago.
Well, I think to the Hollywood model, I
Ridiculous.
obviously don't know the inner workings. I'm not a Hollywood insider by any stretch of the imagination. But what it seems to me is that when someone does sort of reach star status, the power dynamic flips a little.
Not even.
I think in Hollywood it does.
Oh, in Hollywood, yes. In Hollywood, yes. I thought you were talking about Thailand.
No, not here. No, but in Hollywood, it seems
You're
like
a
when someone
puppet,
reaches that status, a certain level of status or popularity as an actor, success as an actor, they start to get more leverage and the power dynamic flips.
Yeah, because you're bankable. Right, because you're bankable, you have a following, people love you, blah, blah, blah. It's great.
And you know you're going to make money. Like Tom Cruise.
Right.
Tom Cruise could be like, hey, Mission Impossible 600, I can't go to the bathroom because I'm so incontinent and they need to roll me in there. I can't do stunts anymore. They're going to be like, it's going to do $1 billion.
Yeah.
So we understand that, Tom.
Right.
Or Jackie Chan's going to be like, hey, I'm 80. I'm going to jump off this building, slide down the side. And they're like, we're going to pay you a ton of money. It's okay. But in Thailand, it seems like that flip never happens.
No, it never does, because I mean, in Hollywood, ultimately, if you fuck with the studios too much, you fuck with the money people too much, eventually they will let you go.
They're not going to work with you.
You know what I'm saying? So
or maybe worse, they don't let you go,
right?
And they don't give you work.
Yeah, exactly. But it's in Hollywood, I think they can bend to a certain extent because they do have a certain appreciation for the craft. They know how difficult it is to be an actor. They know that if they do depend on you to bring money to the studios. They do depend on you to bring money to the business, so that's okay. But if you start to act up a little too much, they'll be like, okay, all right, I don't know, Tom Cruise. We're just gonna use him because he's a goddamn superstar in like all 8 planets, you know. And he is good.
He is good.
So, Tom Cruise.
He can spew that wacky religious shit.
Right. Tom Cruise is becoming too problematic. He's becoming too much of a dick. We don't want to deal with him anymore. Let's find a replacement. And they've done that in the past. They've done that with certain franchises.
Well, I think we're seeing that with Johnny Depp. Is like, your level of crazy is a bit too out there for where you're at.
Done, man. Done. They'll find somebody else.
Yeah. But I mean, like you got to imagine though, like Johnny Depp, obviously he had a very bankable franchise.
I love Johnny Depp, man. I love that guy.
You think he was happy making Pirates?
I don't give a shit. I think he was happy about his bank accounts.
Yeah, banking money. But do you think like that was killing him? Like, I'm making fucking pirate movies on CGI. I don't know.
Like, you have to detach yourself at some point in your career, and you're like, you know what? I did some good stuff, some artistic stuff. Like Benny and June was absolutely wonderful. It's one of his greats. Yeah. But like at some point,
Lone Ranger, not so much.
But I'm sure he was offered like $10 million. It's like, thank you very much. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll do my thing. I'll do what I'm good at, and I'm out. Next. That's what happens. You can't do like the whole artsy thing all the time. It doesn't pay. And then you've got to uphold a certain level of standards, a certain quality of life. Yeah. Like drinking like 30,000 bottles of wine. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't he like say? Someone asked him, "Is it true you spend $30,000 on wine a month?" He's like, "That's ridiculous. It's way more than that."
Yeah. $30,000 bottles of wine.
That's a light weekend.
That's when I'm feeling. That's when I'm feeling like I don't have a lot of income coming in.
Apparently, he was saying like he was spending like $30,000 a month on wine.
I don't know. It doesn't.
Whatever it is,
it doesn't matter.
He was like, "That's absurd. It's way more."
Yeah,
than that.
we could be wrong. He could have just been fucking with the news people.
That'd be great. If he was like a troll at that level, that would be amazing.
Yeah. He was like, no, it's way more than that. Yeah. But we don't know the truth. But like superstars, when they have that kind of money, they have to uphold their quality of life, there's certain living standards. And
see, I'm kind of like on the opposite end of that, though, is where I'm really trying to, and I know your lifestyle is very similar to what I talk
like
about.
A beggar's.
No, well,
like a homeless. Yeah,
similar. I mean, I took a Songtel today to go to my meeting. Right. For those of you guys who don't know, a Songtel is basically a pickup truck with seats in the back that you pay $6 baht.
It's like a rundown shuttle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With no aircon. It's literally an open back pickup truck. Yeah. But we have very similar lifestyles in the fact that we both very minimalist in our desires for material things. but very focused on our desires for financial growth and freedom. And, you know, it's funny because I was commenting on someone's Instagram the other day who I know quite well. He's very famous in Thailand, and he's very successful. And he was talking about Starbucks or something like that. He was showing something about the calories in different Starbucks drinks. He was talking about weight loss. And if he's an expert at many things, but one of them is fitness and weight. And talking about the calories, and I made a comment like, oh, and you also, like, if you don't buy Starbucks coffee, which is horrible to begin with, and it's very expensive, you'll save a lot more money. Even if you just go to Amazon, which is a local coffee shop, it's half the price. And Amazon sucks as well, in my opinion. It's very bitter. And he's like, oh, saving money, that's more for students than anything. But he lives a different lifestyle than people follow his lifestyle. Because he lives very extravagantly, but he can afford to. He's also, I don't think he's living above his means. He likes to live like that. Yeah. I'm not going to knock him for that. I don't enjoy living like that. Yeah. I enjoy the benefits I'm expecting in the next 20 years from compound interest as I get older and my money starts to really earn for me. Yeah. You know, and I think you're the same way. You have that long view. And neither of us live extravagant lives. And actually, you know, I know you hate to take public transit because people recognize you, but we go out together. It's like, that's how usually we go out and do stuff. Yeah. Is around Sukhumvit. Yeah. But yeah, I get why you don't like it. Cause I've seen people like accost you or pretend to take photos of you, to take selfies of themselves. Yeah. Remember that? And I photobombed the girl.
That was like 2 years ago.
That was 2019.
It was?
Where the girl was like, we were going to wrestling.
I thought it was 2018.
No, we were going to wrestling.
That was early last year. Yeah. That's why, And homegirl was like pretending to take a selfie. So I just photobombed like with you in the background. Yeah, I remember that. That was funny.
And I think she was all pissed because I was in the photos.
It's okay. You add color to that, baby.
She kept trying to reposition.
You added dimension to that.
Does that get frustrating for you? The fame?
I don't give a shit about the fame.
No, but
I know. Like, just to explain, it's not a question of yes or no. It's not it's like I don't give a shit about fame. It's the encroachment. Yeah. You know, that's the annoying thing.
So we can't have dinner out somewhere together.
We can.
It's hard.
I just get stared at. Yeah. Which is like
we can't even go to like I took you to my favorite pizza place on the planet, Paula, which you love too.
I do.
But remember the first time we went, our waitress freaked out.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, she was like, and then the next time I went in with Jib, the waitress talked to Jib for like 20 minutes, like, oh, does your boyfriend know who?
But they were polite about it. You know, it's like they weren't aggressive and they weren't like, they were polite about it. It's when I get gawked at. Yeah. That's when I have a bit of a problem. Yeah. And I don't go out, attention grabbing, yelling, screaming, and
no, you're pretty low key.
Yeah, I'm trying to be like that fly on the wall. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to be.
No one ever notices your diamond studded Bentley.
Yeah, like
you're like, it's not studded, it's encrusted. There's way more diamonds than studs.
Yeah, it's like a dinky toy. But yeah, no. So I don't really care. It's just the whole, being looked at like you're a freak or you're not someone. But it comes with a job, I guess. It's just the level of intensity of it, and if it's not too encroaching and not too like imposing, you know what I mean?
I remember one time we were coming down an escalator and the maid grabbed you.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
And then we turned back and it was this lady boy maid. that was weird.
That I wasn't offended. It was a lady boy. That was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. It's kind of a butch lady boy too. And then I think it was that same day we're at like we're going to the train or something, or we're going back to my place, and one of the vendors just started filming you or taking your photo or something.
I don't remember that.
One of the street vendors.
Christ, I don't remember a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a pretty shitty situation, but
yeah, it's just if they look and they say hello, like with a certain manner, I can understand that it's okay. Yeah, but I've been dragged. Like people see me and they drag me. They drag me from like one spot to another for me to take pictures with their friends, or I'm carrying stuff. I'm obviously in a rush to go somewhere. My hands are full, and they're like, "Oh, picture." It's like, ask me first. You know, a lot of times I'm not asked.
Yeah.
I have no choice. I don't say no, and I don't tell them to go fuck themselves because you just don't do that.
Yeah.
You know, you try to be as empathic as possible because I've been starstruck. I'm not really a star, you know, but like that's the term, right? Starstruck.
Non-stars don't get accosted on the street.
Whatever. But you know,
I know
like
you hate that.
I've been, it's just such a pretentious terminology. So, I'm just an actor.
You're a
know?
well-known actor.
Right. I'm recognizable actor.
Yeah.
It's like the lowest of the low, you know?
Definitely triple Z list.
I give a quadruple Z, my love.
I got turned away from the shittiest club in Bangkok.
Yeah, so that's that. We were talking about like something a lot more important, and then we kind of just strayed away from that.
Yeah, we got into the fame.
The
thing.
900,
Oh,
and
the
production
slavery.
company, the slavery, and the ridiculous youth that people are obsessed with in this country, and the complete lack of appreciation for seasoned actors.
For that
and they're
depth
thrown
of
into
experience.
trash, yeah. But the sad thing is, in this country, it's the channels that decide for the public.
Yeah, not the other way around.
Not the other way around. It's the channels that decide. Well, they're old now. Get rid of them. Or you know, it's Thai people don't like this. The public doesn't like this. They want like younger. You know, and that's not necessarily true. Like people, because they're exposed to the world now through internet, through social media and stuff. Like they see the quality of Western movies or Western productions or even South Korean shit. They got some good stuff going
Morgan
on.
Freeman.
Oh yeah, exactly. But even with the neighboring countries, South Korea, they have men in their 40s or 50s as leads. Whereas here it's like, no, you got to be young and stupid for the rest of your fucking life.
The dude in one of my favorite Korean movies ever, Old Boy.
Oh, he's amazing.
He was like 50 when he filmed that,
damn it,
right?
man, he's amazing.
Yeah.
He's amazing. He was so good. And the intensity in that, because again, it's the baggage that you have with you, like 50 years of experience, man, good or bad, whatever. Like you learn from that. Ken
Watanabe.
Yeah, him too. He's great. Last Samurai is one of my all-time favorites.
But I mean, just like the stuff that he's done outside of Hollywood, like in Japan, they obviously appreciate an actor with range and experience.
But not in this, fucking place.
But like
I get really impassioned.
There's no Morgan Freeman here, right? So if I'm watching a Thai movie,
there are no classics here.
No Tommy Lee Jones.
No
Robert Streisand.
There are older actors.
No Meryl Streep.
Right. They're older actors of that generation, but they're like kind of just cast aside.
I remember when Jib and I first started dating, she had braces still. She had was getting her teeth.
I think when I met her, she still had braces.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And I remember going to a dentist with her over in Tonglaw one day. We were going for lunch, and she's like, "Oh, I got to stop and get my braces adjusted." And it's like all day, like she has to take a day off of work and go do something. So we're like, "Hey, we'll do this. We'll do something together." And there was a woman in there, older woman, maybe 50s, 60s. Like it's tough. She could have been 25. She's Asian, But I knew she was older because Jib told me.
Yeah.
She goes, "Oh, she was a famous actress when my mother was like in college or something." And this woman's gorgeous, like fit body, beautiful face, like flawless skin, right? Like older Asian women tend to have, like just flawless, beautiful. And she was in there now getting a cleaning or filling or whatever. And I was like, "Oh, so she's still in stuff today." And I didn't really understand like the dynamics.
Culture,
And so Jill's like, "No, she doesn't make movies anymore. She owns like some furniture company thing." And I was like, "Oh, why doesn't she act?" And she's like, "Older women don't act in Thailand." I was like,
"They get cast aside."
I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like
used tampons.
Yeah, she's like, "At 30, you're playing a grandma."
Oh God, that's painful to talk about.
Right, but and think about that. Like all of, like you said, that baggage makes you valuable.
Exactly.
Right, and
like I would still go see Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
If he's playing, I'm watching. Like The Irishman.
Yeah.
It's the three greats.
Yeah.
From the Goodfellas. Fuck, I'm on that shit
all day.
Whether it's good or bad, that's another story. But I'll still go see it.
Yeah. Robert De Niro could be. And look at Robert De Niro became a comedic actor later in life.
Did you ever see like a dark comedy movie that he did. It's called The Comedian, I think. Wait, let me check that out real quick.
The Comedian? Robert
De Niro, The Comedian. Hold on. It is such a wonderful movie. This was in the 80s, I think.
Wow.
It's such a good film, man. Like,
it's a comedy?
It's a dark comedy. It's like not comedy. It's a dark comedy.
His delivery is so good.
He's amazing.
Did you ever see
The King of Comedy?
The King of
Boom,
Comedy.
done.
Never seen
1982.
it.
One of the best Robert De Niro movies I've ever seen in my life. God, The King of Comedy. You've got to watch it. It is so good. Like, I've never seen De Niro play like something like that.
How good was he in Joker?
Yeah. Listen, De Niro's always going to be good.
Yeah. For a drop of a part.
Right. De Niro's always going to be good.
Did you see The Intern? With he played it.
Yeah. Even in that, like
if he wasn't,
it's
in
an
that
Anne
movie,
Hathaway, okay?
Yeah. Like I'm not an Anne Hathaway fan. So
me neither. But no offense to Anne Hathaway and her
good.
fans. She's great. She's amazing.
I'm just like her general type of movies,
right?
Not
Exactly.
the things I watch.
Exactly. The rom-com shit, not my thing.
But
you know,
because Robert De Niro's in it, I'm gonna be like, oh, let me check it out.
Right, and that's exactly why I watched it because he's in it.
And then I'm like, if he wasn't in that, like I don't know who else could have pulled that off.
He picks his role. So if he read the script and he's like, you know what? I could get my teeth into this.
The whole Fockers thing?
This. Right. Yeah, exactly. I could sink my teeth into this and that's fine, you know? Unless it's a really shit movie, but they're like, Rob, yo, man, we're going to give you $30 million.
Yeah. Show up for 2 days.
He'd be like, yeah, sure, why not?
We were talking before about how good Tom Cruise is. Tropic Thunder, he just shows up in a fat suit covered in hair.
He's great, man. It's like it's
Diet Coke.
Yeah, it's great. Fucked up on the Mummy though. Sorry,
but he wasn't bad in that movie. That was just a bad movie.
It's just right, exactly.
Like he wasn't bad.
No, he's always good. He's consistently good.
Yeah, it was a horrible movie.
Tom Cruise is fucking awesome, man.
That was a horrible movie.
It's just a shame with the whole, religious
Scientology craziness.
It breaks my heart.
Whatever though. If it helps him be a better actor.
Yeah, I mean, I think that through his belief associated with Scientology, it's made him a much better person too.
He definitely brings intensity.
But I'm just not into cults. Yeah. That's my thing, Like I'm not into cults.
I'm not into all religions are cults, and
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, that was all like inclusive.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't care if you're Catholic, Jewish, Muslim, Buddhist. Yeah. It's all a cult. Pastafarians. I got my eye on you motherfuckers. But it is a shame because there's probably a ton of depth in the talent pool that's just not being utilized.
Yeah, you see like the older generation. Sometimes they get pulled into a role in a Thai series, like a Thai soap opera, Thai Lakorn, and they have that standard. They have
over-deliver.
They have that poise.
Yeah.
They're good. You know what I mean?
And then it shows the shit that.
And then you have the younger, the youth, the younger, actors. Some of them are good. Don't get me wrong. Some of them have that talent.
Yeah.
But a lot of them still need to be brushed up. They need to be trained. They need to, and they just don't. They don't play convincingly. And I did this police series 4 years ago, where the captain. Because you have the different ranks in a precinct, right, or like in a police station, and the captain was a 23-year-old. A 23-year-old was a captain.
Well, that's probably true to real life in Thailand.
If your father is rich and you pay off the
if he was a general,
or something like that. But it's like, what the fuck?
And
where'd you get
what
off?
was your rank?
I was his right hand guy. You know what I mean? Like,
you were the right hand guy.
And I'm like 20 years younger. I mean, I'm 20 years older.
You were. Is that the one where you were rocking all those medallions?
No. I never rocked any medallions.
No, in some movie you were in or TV show, and you had like a bunch of the religious medallions on, but you kept tripping over stuff. It was like you sent it to me. It was a scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, that's old. No, that's something else. I played an uncle in that.
Oh.
Yeah. Which is still older.
Yeah.
Than like older than my real age.
You're like a 60-year-old guy.
Yeah, I'm like exactly. I'm supposed to be like a late 50s guy. I'm 44 years old, by the way, and I'm like, it's like, God.
So let me ask you.
Depressing.
We have a mutual friend, Bear. I'll probably get him on the podcast at some point.
Love him. Yeah, get him
awesome
on.
Dude.
He'll have a lot to say about anything.
But he's trying to make it as an actor in Asia.
The thing is, we should have us three talking.
Yeah.
And then that's when you get like some fun shit going on. Because Bear and I were both in Tremors.
Yeah.
We could talk a
Tremors
lot about
72.
that. 7 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to get your perspective on Bear, though. And I'll get him on here.
Next time, though, let's have me and Bear together.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
But because you see a lot of white people come here and try to make it.
Uh-huh.
And I think the difference is Bear he's had a career. So he's kind of committed to doing whatever he wants to do now.
Yeah.
So he puts the time in, he puts the effort.
Yeah.
He's your age.
Yeah.
Our age.
Yeah.
And he's also got a great look. He's huge. The dude's name is Bear, and he's huge and he's jacked.
And he lives by that name.
Yeah, and he's got a great beard. Not as good as my beard. Sorry, Bear. But he's got a good beard.
Yeah.
What is someone like his possibility to actually make it in the industry in Thailand as a white American?
No white person can make it in a country like Thailand because it's still culturally still very closed off.
So he'll always be a stereotype.
He'll be like the token white guy.
Token jack dude.
Token jack dude. But what he can do is he can accumulate his experiences. Blah, blah, blah. Let me start that again. He can accumulate his experiences here, fatten up his resume, and then he can sell himself abroad. Yeah. That's what he can do.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he sees that. He's smart enough that he probably does.
He knows it. He knows it. We've talked about this enough times.
He's a smart enough guy that...
He's super smart.
Yeah.
Very intelligent.
Usually, I mean, like I said, I've met some foreign actors who come here and they have agents and like, oh, I'm going to be in movies, and you never see them again.
Yeah.
Bear doesn't talk like that. He's like, I'm having a good time.
No, he's very low key, and you know, he doesn't gloat or boast. He doesn't.
He's also like 8 feet tall, 700 pounds of like pure steel and sex appeal.
Right,
so
exactly.
He doesn't need to boast.
I love it. Pure steel and sex appeal. That's our Bear. Yeah.
Twisted American steel and sex appeal.
Very twisted.
So I'm, you know, it's interesting to see because if anyone could do it, he's got the personality and the confidence.
Oh,
to
he's
pull
amazing,
it off.
man. Like you know the way you and I fell in love.
Yeah.
When we first met, that's the way Bear and I fell in love too. You know,
you guys meet on a set also.
We met on a set. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not on Tremor. You guys already knew each other before.
No, we knew. Yeah, we met each other at the beginning of 2019. At the end of 2019, so we're on set of a movie together at the beginning of 2019. At the end of 2019, we were doing another movie together. Tremors 7 billion. Yeah.
He had a big role in that, right?
Yeah. Bigger than mine. Yeah.
But you had the trailer.
But. Oh, you mean like in that first movie?
In Tremors.
Oh, in Tremors, yeah, his role's bigger than mine.
But
yeah.
I said, but you had the trailer, right? Because they hooked you up.
Jesus, okay. I thought trailer is in like movie trailer.
No.
Like a motorhome.
Yeah. Caravan.
Yeah, they hooked me up. Yeah, very nice of Living Films to do that.
No aircon. It was made of aluminum, but whatever.
No. It was fully equipped. Very, very nice and very generous of them. Yeah. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Living Films, Chris Lowenstein, and all the rest of the crew. Like they were just so awesome.
You did say you enjoyed that movie quite a bit.
I did. It was. You know what? If you want to talk about that, let's bring Bear on the next time, man. Like I don't want to just
Where
talk
you
about
at, Bear? Where you at?
Yeah, no, he's like next one. Yeah. Let me call him up. Let's do this like live, right? Not live as in live.
Not live because we're recording.
Yeah, because we're recording, but live on record. Let me do that now so we could
put him on speakerphone.
I will. Baby, come on, boo. Who are you talking to, boo? You know me. Let's see if he picks up the phone first.
Can we get him in there?
Wait, let's wait. He's kind of elusive at times, so you don't know. Come on, man, pick up the phone.
I should have just booted up live. I can't actually because my phone's over there.
Can you hear though?
Yeah.
He's not picking up.
Come on, Bear.
Bear.
We'll get him next time.
We'll get him next time.
Maybe he's on set of like a ladyboy porno.
Yeah.
Getting that power bottom baggage.
Shh. Yeah, so let's talk about that in greater lengths next time.
We'll talk about the lack of career possibilities in Thailand for Bear.
Let's hook it. Let's hook it up. Let's hook it up soon. Yeah. Let's do it soon.
For sure.
Let's do it soon.
Is he calling you back?
No. But let me try to keep calling him. All right, so
do you know his phone number?
I got his phone number.
I call him through the.
Oh, you want to?
Yeah, why not?
Yo, he's here. Yo,
Yeah.
broski,
Yeah.
are you busy?
Kind of, yeah. What's up?
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Wait, that had chickens in the background?
I've got. Well, the thing is, I'm doing a podcast with Dana right now, and we kept mentioning you, and we want you to be in the next podcast. So like, I thought I'd call you up and be like, what's going on? This is being recorded with visuals.
Say it again?
Never mind. I'll call you back. Okay. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, you got it.
He's busy.
I'm pretty sure I heard chickens in the background.
I think it's just bad reception.
No, those were definitely
Statics.
chickens.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
What would he be doing with them?
Chicken porn.
Choking them.
There's so much. I mean, so much to talk about in the industry. One of the things I want to ask you, David, is that I haven't seen a lot of Thai celebrities really, like traditional media celebrities, transition to like new media very well. There's a lot of Thai new media celebrities, people who do their own content, who do their own thing.
YouTubers.
Yeah, and people who do it really well. There are actually, in my opinion, there's better Thai-made YouTube content, organically made by like people just doing it in their condo, than some of the actors are actually putting out on social.
The thing is, I don't know much about YouTubers because I don't watch their content. I don't.
Now, there's just like American YouTube, there's a lot of trash.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of really good stuff.
Yeah. Of course. I don't know. Like I don't really watch. I don't have that time. I don't have all that time to just, peruse and.
But why do you think more don't make the crossover?
I couldn't tell you, man. I'm not that deep into it. Like I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Cause even now, like in America, you're seeing like people who were like huge movie stars, who still are huge movie stars. Will Smith.
Yeah.
He's got this crazy YouTube channel now.
Yeah, YouTube works based on what? Likes and followers.
Well, there's a lot of aspects to it, but he's got a built-in audience.
But mainly, you have a following. You can do a YouTube thing, and then you can monetize it.
Yeah,
that's basically the fundamentals of YouTubing.
Yeah, but he's actually putting out he's making his own stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure he has a team.
He's got a following, man. He's a superstar. Okay. He's got a following already. Once he goes on YouTube, he's got all these followers that just boom, they come onto it, and then he can do whatever. He can do whatever he wants. I would argue that he's making very organic, very genuine content. He is.
But then another one who's doing it, I think, all by himself is Jack Black.
I haven't seen any of this stuff.
He films it on his phone for the most part. And it's just completely random stuff. I think he's got 10 videos or something. But it's so fun. Like some of the stuff he puts out is incredibly fun. And like I said, it seems like such a, and obviously Jack Black's is not to the level of a Will Smith, but the quality of the stuff he puts out there is just tremendously fun.
You know what, man? I don't know if you can make that kind of comparison because Jack Black is in his own league.
He's something unique to himself.
So I think you can't really compare the level of stardom. And
also Will Smith is he's like that Tom Cruise level star.
They're both. But the thing is, we're completely, not talking about the same thing. We're completely jumping subjects. But I do think that Jack Black is his own. He's in his own league, and he's his own superstar. He's got his own superstardom. In terms of and you're right in saying that Will Smith is like the Tom Cruise level, or Tom Cruise is at the Will Smith level, but Tom Cruise is older, so we got to give homage to Tom Cruise and be like, Will Smith is at Tom Cruise level. This is not about anything, but it's the movies they have done. It's the way they've been marketed. It's more globally. It's more universally appealing, whereas Jack Black, it's mainly comedy and all that stuff, but he's still very, very talented, I
know what he was in, that not a comedy, The Jackal.
He was?
Yeah, and he actually had some of the funnier lines in that movie.
Oh, wow. You mean with Richard Gere?
Richard Gere and Bruce Willis.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that. I mean, I saw that movie a long time ago.
It's one of my favorite movies. But
I'll tell you what he was good in, man. Shallow Hal. He was amazing in that. Like that's when he could really pull out all his comedic punches.
Yeah,
you know,
that was a good movie.
and he knocked it. Like he dominated the whole film. I mean, Gwyneth Paltrow was great. You know, he had Tony Robbins. You know, on the thing and everything, but he dominated the whole film.
School of Rock though is like
School of Rock was great too. You know, like and we should have more movies with Jack Black doing that kind of stuff.
I think I just need more Jack Black in my life. Period.
I need more.
He's got the new Jumanji out. I haven't seen yet.
I don't watch Jumanji because I'm all about Robin Williams. Sorry, my bad. Robin Williams Jumanji.
Yeah.
And I think Jumanji back in the day when it came out was done with passion and originality. Now it's a franchise, and anything that's turned into franchise is all about making money. Kudos to The Rock and Jack Black and Kevin Hart. I mean, I like all these guys.
I think you're missing out. I think you're missing out because. One, it's a different perspective of Jumanji. They're not trying to replace the Robin Williams Jumanji.
Okay, it's a reboot.
It's not a reboot.
No?
It's in the same universe that the Robin Williams Jumanji lived
different interpretation.
Yeah, but from a different perspective. Because Robin Williams was coming out of the game. They're going into the game.
Okay. All right. Okay, I see.
So it's the opposite. He was coming back to the world and the game was chasing them. These guys are going into the game. It's just it's a different way to look at the same story.
I totally judged a book by its cover, by the way.
And I think they did a fantastic job with it.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Like,
watch the first one.
Jesus Christ.
Or the second one, I should say. Because Robin Williams is the Jumanji.
Yeah.
So watch the first one with The Rock.
I still want to waste like an hour and a half or 2 hours of my life just being disappointed.
I think you will enjoy it.
You think I'll enjoy it?
The storytelling, the pacing is great, and the acting is good. And the way they act.
The Rock has come a long way. Dwayne Johnson's come a long way.
Do you ever see Be Cool?
Oh, yeah.
When he's talking about sucking all the meat off the
chicken. Yeah.
One of the most underrated movies ever.
I love that movie.
Sequel to Get Shorty.
I love that movie.
Anything with Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito wasn't in Be Cool, I don't think.
No. It was
in Get Shorty.
Cedric the Entertainer.
Yeah.
And I love that bit when
Vince Vaughn.
When somebody, yeah, that's right. Vince Vaughn did that dance, Yeah. Whatever happened to him?
Rom-com hell.
He lived it up, man. I think he had like solid 15 years of an amazing career.
Yeah.
He made his money. He banked as much as he could, and he's out. And
is he out? He's not doing anything.
Not anything substantial.
Like,
not anything.
I think the last serious movie. Oh no, he did. Was it True Crime, that HBO show? True Detectives.
True Detectives, yeah, but
his season was the weirdest one. But he was good in it.
Yeah, of course. I don't expect anything less from Vince Vaughn. But where were we?
He was in some rom-com where Vincent D'Onofrio was his brother. And like they had some scenes together. And it's just like really good acting. And you're like, this is a rom-com. Why is Vincent D'Onofrio and Vince Vaughn in a rom-com together?
I don't know that one.
They were like Chicago tour guides or something.
Chicago tour guides?
Yeah.
That was The Breakup with Jennifer Aniston.
And Vincent D'Onofrio was his brother, his older brother.
It was? It wasn't Jon Favreau? Because they're best friends.
I think it was Vincent D'Onofrio.
Vincent D'Onofrio is also amazing. God. So underrated, but just so good, One of those. Yeah.
I'm not a huge Law and Order guy, but I watched every episode of not Special Victims, Special Investigations or whatever it was called, Criminal Intent.
Yeah.
Because he was so good.
Yeah, he's in it. Yeah.
So good.
He's always good.
He's like always on the fringe of being crazy.
Yeah. But I think his breakout role was in Men in Black.
Oh, where he played the cockroach.
He played the cockroach. God.
Yeah.
You couldn't help but notice him, Yeah. Just the way he was twisting.
And talk about physical transformation, like I talk about with you a lot. He's like, you don't even know that's him.
Yeah. He was so good. I mean, that is like the actor's actor. One of the few. He's the one that got away. Anyway.
What was that? He was in that movie, Steal This Movie, where he played the counterculture guy.
No.
It was a good movie.
Like Billy Crudup as well. Billy Crudup's one of the greats. One of the underappreciated ones.
Yeah.
Very, very sad. I mean, if you saw him in Stage Beauty, have you ever seen it?
No.
Okay. Stage Beauty is a must-see for any actor. Billy Crudup played this back in the day when women could not act on stage and men had to act as like
as women.
as a woman.
Very much like Thailand today.
He embodied, yeah, it is what it is. He pretty much embodied the female-ness, you know. It's amazing to watch.
I'll have to check it out.
I was like, it doesn't matter if he's gotten shitty roles after that where he couldn't, you know, really perform or really outshine anybody, or whether he could shine himself as an actor with his skills and his craft. But because he did that movie, you know, he's one of the greatest, one of the greats. You know, he was just so good, man. Like, I was in awe. I was like, holy shit. Claire Danes was in that too.
I love Claire Danes.
She's very good.
Intense.
She's very, very good.
Who's your top 5, dead or alive?
What, actors mixed with actresses?
Yeah, top 5.
Although we can't say actress anymore.
Top 5, dead or alive.
God, that's a tough call, man. That's a tough call. I like so many.
Who's that Mount Rushmore of David's actors?
I think Al Pacino is up there, man.
Pacino, okay, there's one.
And Pacino is all because of his performance in Scent of a Woman.
Great movie. Great movie.
My God. That monologue at the end.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But come on, Heat.
Yeah. No, because
that scene with De Niro
playing blind with open eyes so convincingly, it's a different thing.
It is
man.
Okay,
it's a different skill set.
But that conversation with De Niro.
Yeah, but we're still talking about Pacino, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Pacino, whatever. Like, but I'm just saying, like, Scent of a Woman really, it was the tipping point for me. I've always liked him, but Scent of a Woman was just that
a great movie.
Was a home run for me. He was just so. God.
Depressing ending to that.
Amazing. Depressing ending?
Yeah, kills himself, right?
You've got to watch it again, my friend.
Does he not?
You've got to watch it again.
I might have to. I thought he killed himself at the end.
You've got to watch it. You've got to watch it again.
All right.
Go back and watch it.
I want to go back.
One of the best movies. I think you'll appreciate it more because you're like in your 40s now.
Okay.
So it's like you have that. You'll be seeing this movie with a different eye.
I don't even think I was 20 when I saw it.
I was 17 when it came out.
So I was like 15.
Yeah.
All right. So number 2. Your Mount,
number 2.
Your Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. Oh man, it's hard. I don't like all this dead air.
Come on.
Yeah. I'm thinking. Maybe we can edit this, right?
So raw.
Just raw?
Raw dogged.
We raw dogging this? Okay.
Bareback washed it.
We're going to broke back this thing. Broke back. Oh, man. It's there's so many. Like, I can't. Pacino's always been like, boom, up there.
Yeah. 4 more.
I know. I'm scanning through my brain right now. I'm looking for. Oh man.
It's not a definitive list. It doesn't have to be the perfect list.
No. Annette Bening.
Annette Bening.
Yeah.
Great. The Siege.
If you've ever watched Being Julia.
Yeah, great movie.
Holy shit. She was phenomenal.
American Beauty as well, right?
Yes, American Beauty as well.
And The Siege.
Yeah. But like again, for me it's the deal maker, you know, like that movie that made me go that's something was Being Julia.
Okay.
It was amazing. It's like it was so great the way she played a character on top of another character like that. It was so good. So good. So that's 2.
2. I need 3 more from you.
Joaquin Phoenix. Always been consistently good. Joaquin, man.
100%.
Oh yeah, Joaquin. Definitely one of the greats. We got 2 more, right?
Yeah.
Joaquin. Who else? Who else? I mean, I've gone wow so many times, so many times. Oh man. Why don't we just stick to 3 for now?
I need 5. Top 5.
Well, we'll
'cause it
get back to
sounds
that.
good.
I don't want to waste people's time, you know?
Top 5. 2 more. You need 2 more.
Yeah, but
You got 3 solid ones there. You laid
Yeah, I
a great
know.
foundation.
I know. Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day.
Yeah.
Hey, no one's going to argue that one.
Yeah,
I mean,
Daniel Day-Lewis, man.
transformative actor.
Yeah. No, he's definitely one of the yeah, for sure.
Like, there's very few actors that you can watch and you can say, I've lost
Yeah.
myself in that character.
Right.
Yeah.
I watched him I saw him the first time when I saw The Last of the Mohicans.
Yeah.
And
Not a great movie.
I still like it. I still like it till today. For what it was
Yeah.
back then, it was done in the 90s.
Yeah.
And you know, with the
But I would say it's a forgettable movie. His performance, not.
I mean, his performance I don't think was even that good. It was good, but it's not like Lincoln. It's not like
Gangs of New York.
Gangs of New York. It's not like, his later stuff. He was much, much younger then too.
To me,
The Boxer or
The
In the
Boxer.
Name of the Father,
to me, Lincoln was great,
yeah.
but Gangs of New York was
Oh, when he
the masterpiece.
when he tapped his eye with a knife.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. It was like cling cling. I'm like, holy shit, he's tapping into the eye with his knife. Imagine how long it took him to train that moment just because he wanted to show that to the people.
Yeah.
Ding ding. Oh, it's just so amazing. But yeah, like what I'm saying is I remember him.
Yeah.
The first time I saw him was in
Last
that
of the
film.
Mohicans.
And my favorite part in the whole film that made me remember him was when that gorgeous actress, what's her name? The lead, Madeline Stowe.
Yeah.
When Madeline Stowe was being taken away by the bad guys, and as soon as he saw that, he ran and he just knocked everybody in his way out of the way. Anyone that got in his way between him and his woman, he was just getting rid of them.
Yeah.
And the way he did it was so suave too. That was so cool. There was a certain thing that he did, like just his movement, and then he had like an axe in one hand and like something else in the other hand, and his musket.
Yeah.
And he's running and he's like crouching and he's doing like just the certain moves that he did, man. I'm like, shit, he's amazing. Yeah. And then I've been following him ever since. So all those movies that I mentioned.
Yeah.
So yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis. One more, right?
One left.
Man, I would probably go with.
This is the toughest one to choose because this is your last one.
Yeah. Oh. Man.
Rounding out the hand.
What?
Like 5-card hand, rounding it out.
Oh yeah. Hold on, man. It's I'm thinking of an actress. Another good one. She's somewhere. But I don't want to choose another guy. I want to choose another actress. You know what I
to
mean?
not offend.
No, not even because I like actresses as much as I do like actors, So I don't want to go with like another actor. Like I've seen some movies where I'm like, holy shit. You know, I would say Marissa Tomei, for example.
Great
you know,
actress, yeah.
she's very good. My cousin Vinny,
Yeah.
she won an award for that.
Yeah.
She was so good, man.
So good in that.
She was so good. So yeah,
So is that your number 5?
Marissa Tomei's one of them. I'm trying to think of another one that I was like, but I have to see the movie. I have to see the title of the movie. I have to be able to catch it in the scanning of my brain.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go with Marissa Tomei, man.
Classic.
Yeah, she's great.
And recent too. She did Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
But yeah, of course.
Aunt May.
Of course, Aunt May.
The best take on Aunt May yet.
It's different versions,
Actually, how about her in The Wrestler?
different times. Thank you.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She made that movie.
Oh, she was great.
As much as people give credit to
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke, and he was phenomenal. He couldn't have.
It was his comeback.
It was his comeback, but he couldn't have pulled that off without being across from Marissa Tomei.
Well, of course. You know, you all need like all actors. No actor could ever perform alone unless it's like a one-man movie.
Yeah.
Like Buried Alive.
Yeah.
With Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. And
you know?
coughing for
Yeah.
the moon.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's a great film. And Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
I gotta say, man, Sam Rockwell's another great, unappreciated again, underrated. You know.
Well, what's his name was the computer in that movie though? Kevin
Spacey.
Yeah.
He was one of my favorites until you know the lid blew off.
Until he got all rapey.
Yeah.
Until we found out that he was
Until
all
we found
rapey.
out. Yeah. I mean, that was a huge disappointment. I saw him the first time in a movie called See No Evil, Hear No Evil.
Good movie.
Great. One of the classics.
Usual Suspects probably my favorite.
Absolutely.
Actually, 7.
That
Him in
too.
7.
But his career took off right after The Usual Suspects because he got an award for that.
Actually, K-Pax.
Best supporting. K-Pax was great too.
I mean, him in K-Pax by himself.
Yeah, he was great. He's a great talent, man. It's just a shame that he's a sexual predator.
Yeah, that is horrible.
It's so like, why the fuck? Like, how the fuck do people get that way? I know it's a fetish. It's like it's a chip that's
A power trip too.
well, it's like a chip that's buried into your system. You know what I mean? It's like you can't help. It's like serial killers. You know, they can't help it. You know what I mean? They have it. They just have to have it. It's like you have a thing for chocolate ice cream. You're just gonna go for that tub of chocolate ice cream.
Yeah.
You know, it's like one of those things. But it's just so sad that it happens to like one of my heroes, one of my acting heroes. You know,
Still,
like,
I mean, I still hold him up there as one of the best, but
oh yeah,
he's got to have the asterisks.
man. He was just so good in American Beauty.
Oh,
He was
that's one
so
of the
good.
best movies.
The Ref. Have you ever seen The Ref?
I don't
With
think
Dennis
so.
Leary?
No.
Oh, dude. One of the best Christmas comedy movies ever.
I have to check it out.
You would love it. You would love it.
All right, so
The Ref. Watch it. Watch it, people. The
Watch
Ref.
The Ref.
It is old, but it's such a classic. It is so good. And Dennis Leary was just... Oh, he was great. He's that cynical, pissed off, dark, you know, just like
the
angry
same
at the
character
world.
he always is.
Yeah, but he did such a great job with this particular one, you know?
Well practiced. So let
He
me
lives
ask.
it.
let me ask you. Let's wrap this up,
But
David.
I love Dennis Leary in that.
I want to ask you this: how do you learn from the greats?
Just observe them.
Observe them. Do you mimic them? Do you dissect their work?
I think that there is a certain, I would say for me, if you watch like a master at work, if you mimic them and if you watch if you watch what they do and you imitate, you mimic, you can do that. I think that's one of the things that a lot of actors do. In the, especially like the less seasoned ones, young actors, the ones that are just starting to dabble in the arts,
The dark arts.
the dark arts of acting.
So when do you take it from mimic to
when
that
you
next
when
level?
you do mimic or when you do imitate, when you you see some like Pacino, for example, delivering that monologue instead of a woman, you can do that. You can mimic that. You can do it, but you also have to get in deep enough psychically to have that osmosis, that diffusion of letting God, this is so weird that I'm saying this, but of letting the floodgate open and let there be that flow between what you're mimicking and how you're feeling, in terms of the character that the master is portraying, if that makes any sense. It's very abstract, but yeah.
Where's the line between mimic and you start to take ownership of creating something unique?
You don't know. You don't know it. When it happens, it
time.
happens. Yeah, it's a magic. It's one of those magical moments. It's like when I'm delivering a line or when I'm completely submerged in the character. I lose concept of time. Yeah. You're suspended.
You're in flow state.
You're in flow, man. That's what it is. And like that's how I felt in Countdown. That's how I felt in some of the really good roles that were given to me. You know, like even with the one that I did recently with
Samui Song.
No, Samui Song was shit.
Well, I don't know. You told me that
it was bad.
The edit was bad.
The editing was bad. The movie was good.
Because it was good up until like the last 30 minutes.
The script was amazing. The editing fucked everything up, and that lessens the impact of the character, of the storytelling, of the narrative, everything. Yeah. You know, so I don't even want to go there. But the latest thing that I did is a series about an orphanage.
Oh yeah, the Japanese remake.
Yeah, the Japanese remake. Yeah. So I really enjoyed that character. He's kind of really tough on the outside, but he's like really a softie on the inside, and he's got like a past that he kind of hides, and you know, he doesn't let himself be vulnerable in front of people. It doesn't show that soft side to him.
So something like that, with you have such strong source material, that was crazy popular.
Yeah, it was. And we had a lot of views, yeah.
But I mean, even the original Japanese version was crazy popular.
It was very popular too, yeah.
And you had, like I said, you had such strong source material. How do you take that? Because this is a remake.
I didn't watch the original.
Okay, so
I never watched it.
So you didn't give yourself that.
No way.
You wanted to make sure everything you did was an original interpretation.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Because if you watch the two versions, the way I play the original character is completely different. That's what I was told. By the people who've seen both versions. They're like, the way you play it's so different, not the same.
So you didn't want to taint your interpretation with the source material.
You never want to taint anything.
Yeah.
But the
sometimes. So anyway, David, let's wrap it up there. I appreciate you kind of diving into like how you learn from the masters there, and
yeah, I mean, there's far greater details that we can get into, you know, but we're limited on time. Next time we got to do something with Bear, man.
For sure.
Bear's awesome.
I want to get Bear on anyway.
We will.
It'll be fun to get him
talk to him. Let me give him a call and see like we can fix a day, and then we can do this.
When do you start filming again?
The 8th.
Also soon.
Yeah. Soon, yeah.
Something new, or are you finishing up something?
Something new.
Okay.
Like first day of shooting.
Nice.
Of like a new production.
Show or a movie?
It's a Thai series, a Thai lakorn. This is a really good one. It's a period piece. So
you did another period piece that was really fantastic.
About 4 years ago.
You played like a French rapist.
A French colonist.
Rapist.
He doesn't rape. Not in this one.
You sure? It seemed pretty rapey when I watched it.
I usually do a lot of. I usually play that guy. You know.
But you had a good mustache in that one.
Yeah, I did. I did.
Very French.
Very. But no, I didn't play like a rapist in that.
He seemed a little rapey.
That's what you want to believe, because that's how you like me. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So but you know, this new one coming up, this new one not coming up, but the one I'm about to shoot, I'm going to start filming, is a really good one. It's a period piece. There's a murder that happens, and it's during the time that the French were trading with Siam. This back in the 1700s, I think.
Okay. Oh, not the 60s or 70s.
No, 1600s or 1700s.
Like Khmer Empire time, or
no.
Ayutthaya.
It's Ayutthaya time, during that time. So, you know, shit, where was I? So a murder is committed, and there's an investigation, and the investigation is very intense because the guy that dies is a French officer.
Oh.
And so the French, being like on the verge of colonizing, you know, Siam, and they have that, if you give them the excuse to step in, they would do it. So like you have the Thai side, the Thai officials and the French officials who are trying to solve this murder case. And so it's like period piece, so you get to appreciate like the old time of, you know, the old Siam time, the old Siamese period. You get to like the costumes and everything, and the way they speak. Even the dialogue is all retro.
Yeah.
It's all archaic. So, or specific to that time. And you jump because the story has to jump between the past and the present, the past and the present. And it tells you the story about the guy who dies. Like, is he really a good person or a bad person? Who could have killed him? Who are the suspects? So it's like a period piece and investigating. A bit of rom-com, because there's always some stupid-ass rom-com in any Thai series. Yeah. But it's good. I've read 7 episodes so far.
You're the French guy, or you're...
I am the guy who dies. Yeah. And he is...
Spoiler alert.
He is... No one's going to watch it.
True.
and what's interesting about this role...
My Thai teacher will watch it.
Probably.
She's a super Lacorn fan.
Probably.
Shout out to you, Bowie.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, what's interesting about this is that no Tyler Cohen's ever done something like this before. They're not really big on like detective, police story and stuff like that. But
pushing limits.
They're incorporating, investigation.
Nice.
Or like detective.
Maybe
like
you'll launch a whole new genre.
No, it borders on a new genre, but not quite. But yeah, it's fresh.
Awesome. Well, David, thank you for taking the time, brother.
Thank you, Dana. Thanks for having me, man.
See you soon.
Again and again and again and again.
All night long. All night.